Americans and soon-to-be Americans, welcome back. It's Trump time. He's giving a speech. It's happening now. As we speak, everyone's going crazy. No one understands the insanity of what is about to be said. The world is on fire. Apparently, he banned transgender athletes in female sports. Apparently, the drama's insane. Apparently, the meltdowns are even crazier. Apparently, I am going to get canceled. Let's go. I'm ready to see. Let's see what the POTUS has to say. Content POTUS. At the end of this speech, I cried. Are you serious? Okay, we got to see this. All right, content president about to do something pretty crazy. He's about to give some insane content. All right, insane content happening.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Mr. President.
This is a nice crowd, isn't it?
I feel like every time he shows up, there's a nice crowd, huh?
You've been waiting a long time for this. So have I. Actually, it was so ridiculous.
So many women, they're all surrounding me. None of them have even penises. No penises on my women. That's what Trump is thinking.
But here we are.
Think of all the hair that old Joe Biden would have been sniffing right now.
And this doesn't have to be long. It's just all about common sense. Doesn't have to be long. In a few moments.
Oh, God. No. The craziest thing is when he says it's common sense, and then he's just like sort of correct that it is common sense. And then Twitter just goes crazy, and it's like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to defy common sense?
I'll sign a historic executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports. It's about time.
Oh, shit. Dude, he didn't even say trans women or anything. He was just like, men. No more penises in women's sports. We remove them all. Dude, honestly, this was probably the easiest Republican win of all time. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This is probably the easiest and most obvious Trump thing ever that was just gonna easy take a classic dub from every single human being on the right. And even, honestly, half the people on the left. Dude, J.K. Rowling must be cheering right now.
Under the Trump administration, we will defend the proud tradition of female athletes, and we will not allow men to beat up, injure, and cheat our women and our girls. From now on, women's sports will be only for women.
I mean, look, it's that easy. It's that easy. That's all the orange man needed to say. And honestly, the world is kind of on his side on this one. Like, realistically, giving representation and respect to trans people at the sacrifice of actual, like, women is pretty fucked up. That's pretty crazy. It's insane. It shouldn't come at the cost of somebody else. And I think most people on the left even agree with this as well. Like, you'll ask your average leftist person, and they will also tell you that trans people in female sports is wild.
Before going further...
But I personally disagree. I want one gender sports, one gender, men versus women, DEI women basketball players, one woman on every NBA team. She'll be the star. Everyone will love her and respect her. They'll bowl her over. It'll be crazy. She'll be 5'6", tall for a woman.
I want to share some very exciting news from our military. After years of shrinking force numbers at levels that nobody has ever seen before. 4 years of this we went through, and missed recruiting targets every single month. It was just announced that in December, the U.S. Army had its single best recruitment in more than 15 years.
Interesting. Fascinating.
Every single day, nearly 350 new soldiers enlisted to defend our nation, and they're very, very happy to have done so. We've done lots of interviews. And
look, say what you want about Trump. Trump makes people proud to be American. And I feel like that's something that really hasn't existed in a while.
We asked why this was taking place now, and they just said there's a spirit about our country that they haven't seen in many...
An orange spirit, and it'll remain forever. Cryo Trump will freeze him every 4 years. He'll come back to win again.
Many years, and I happen to agree with that.
Yeah, a little biased.
But clear proof that the spirit is sweeping our armed forces, and we have a great leader in Pete. As you know, we all know Pete so well. He's going to be fantastic, and so many of our great heroes, and people are starting to understand what hero is all about. So
hell yeah. Bro's bringing in the Holy Quadrinity. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, and Trump. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be big. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. Or was it?
Is something that is very important. We've gotten the woke lunacy out of our military. And now we're very importantly getting it out of women's sports. That's taking place very strongly.
It is shocking it took this long.
So in recent years, the radical left has waged an all-out campaign.
As a pastor, I approve of that joke. Thank you, random citizen.
To erase the very concept of biological sex and replace it with a militant transgender ideology. You heard a little,
Bro, he called it militant. Holy shit.
bit about this, haven't you, huh? Just a little bit?
What's he doing? Bro's working the crowd, he's introducing some executive order and he's working the crowd, bro.
Anybody agree with them?
This is crazy.
Not a good thing to say yes right here.
Yeah, true. What are they gonna say? Bro turns around. You've heard of trans people, haven't you?
Female athletes have been forced onto the front lines, and men claiming to be girls have stolen more than 3,500 victories. That's a lot. And invaded more than 11,000 competitions designed for women. Last year, a male cyclist posing as a woman.
Dude, okay, that is crazy that he's doing this. He's like, when he said that we're reintroducing two genders to the United States, he is not moving. He is not shaking. He's like, bro, that is it. Holy crap.
Competed in the 800-mile Arizona Trail Race, a very big deal in cycling, and obliterated the women's course record by nearly 5.5 hours.
Bro, that's crazy. It's insane. Like, and by the way, every time I mention the idea that trans women shouldn't be in women's sports, which by the way, I have said for years, every time I say something like that, which I think should be really basic and obvious, you shouldn't have a group take the rights of a different group because you want to give them rights. That's insane. No matter where you are on the aisle, I feel like there's no actual debate on that issue that is relevant. But the craziest idea is every time I mention it, I get people in my comments saying, it's only a couple of cases. It's only like a few hundred victories like that taken by trans athletes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Only 1% of fentanyl is coming to the United States from Canada. Okay? Stop that. What are you talking about? This is stupid. Like, what kind of a debate is that once you're arguing on numbers? It's crazy. The argument makes no sense. I also love how Trump literally came out here with like an army of women behind him. It's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna call me a misogynist? Look at all of these beautiful women with vaginas. They don't even have penises.
Sounds like a lot, doesn't it, huh? 5.5 hours, but you have to hear the weightlifting record, Zafe.
Oh, God.
You think that's bad. The weightlifting's worse. In 2023, a man in women's powerlifting broke 2 world records and outlifted his closest female opponent in one event by 440 pounds.
Like, everyone's laughing because it's lunacy, right? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Do you know the reason why there's a difference between a men's league and a women's league? It's because there are basic biological differences between men and between women. Incredible hot take. I know, it's crazy. But because there are these biological differences, like, that's why they have this divide altogether. So then when you have this idea that, trans people should be able to compete with women, it's breaking down this boundary of why there needed to be a boundary altogether. And by 440 pounds, bro. 440 pounds. That's insane. That's fatter than the female rapper that couldn't get in the lift car.
And they continue to defend themselves, Mr. Congressman. You know that, right? They continue to defend themselves. We hope they continue onward because I don't think we can lose a race. This was one of the big reasons that we all won, and it's one of the big reasons that we had a record, a landslide like they haven't seen before, very often anyway. And who could forget last year's Paris Olympics where a male boxer stole the women's gold medal after brutalizing his female opponent so viciously that she had to forfeit.
Oh, dude, this is like the biggest Trump, fucking cock slap moment of all time. And now I will list every single instance there was a trans person in women's sports. I am gonna go crazy. I hope you're ready. I will list all of them.
Just after 46 seconds, and she was a championship fighter. And actually, they had 2 women or 2 people that transitioned, and both of them won gold medals, and they won them very convincingly. But all of that ends today because with this executive order, the war on women's sports is over.
Damn. This is a huge L, by the way, for me personally, because if I was ever going to end up in, federal prison for, murder charges, I would have identified as a woman to go to a women's prison. That's just what I would have done personally. So this is putting a real wrench in my plan. Women on women violence. That's what we're watching right here. It's awesome. It's great. Look at that. Yeah, call him a misogynist. Call him a misogynist surrounded by his army of women standing beside him, being based. Someone actually did that with the prison idea? No, that's not a real story, right? I don't even want to look it up, honestly. I no way there's a real story.
Should have been done long ago, actually. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, dude, I'll be real here. I'm looking on my other monitor a little bit. Apparently, the story is real and also impregnated other women in their cell block. That's crazy. We'll go down that rabbit hole another time. All right, the Orange Man speaketh.
Action this afternoon, we're putting every school receiving taxpayer dollars on notice that if you let men take over women's sports teams or invade your locker rooms, you will be investigated for violations of Title IX and risk your federal funding. There will be no federal funding. Shit.
Oh my, bro, literally, he puts his money where his mouth is every time.
So this will effectively end the...
All women will have no choice but to shave their privates before intercourse, or we will remove funding from women in general. It's gonna be crazy. Sorry, dude, goes crazy. I don't know. I feel like he could say basically anything at this point and it wouldn't surprise me. Every day I wake up to new breaking news.
Attack on female athletes at public K-12 schools and virtually all U.S. colleges and universities. I don't think we've missed anything, but if we do, we'll make it up very quickly with an order, and I don't think we will at all. I want to, before we go on, I want to thank so many people that have worked so hard in the political establishment, and they're...
Dude, I wonder if this culture is going to spread to the rest of the world also, that has, like, trans people in female sports and shit. Like, that's wild.
Before me, largely, and I'm going to...
Like, it sounds like brainworms, right? Like, there's no way you could possibly explain this, I think, to anyone that'll actually see that and think it makes sense. Like, that's the craziest thing. I personally have never met anyone that thinks that trans women should be in female sports. Like, I've never, and I'm talking about leftists, I'm talking about right-wing people. Like, the fact that there's, like, such a push for it online is straight up why the Democrats got cooked. Literally.
I think I'm going to miss a few. It always happens when you do this, but it's just one of those things. But we have many senators here, many governors here, many state attorneys generals here. They're all over the place, actually, I see. Some of them went after me, but they failed.
Yeah, now you see how much government money went into politically assassinating Trump and potentially literally assassinating Trump. Yeah, and the crazy thing is, the way CNN covers this shit is like, Trump threatens the lives of trans people. They're all gonna enter trans holocaust. That's literally not what's happening. Literally not what's happening. Just doesn't want trans people beating up women. That's the only thing that he's trying to avoid here, from what I understand.
And
these are like the people that, and it's crazy. I don't know, like what is this? There's like a special breed of leftists that's like, women's rights are important unless their rights go up against trans people's rights, or unless their rights go up against Hamas terrorists' rights. Like, it's so wild.
Really friends, and they're friends of women's sports, that I can tell you. So, Senator Marcia.
What about hermaphrodites? I love when people ask me these questions like they're zingers. What about the people that are born with both male and female genitalia? Well, then they should have human rights, without a doubt, but shouldn't compete in sports. Like, dude, this is stupid. Like, why are you even entering this argument?
Blackburn, where's Marcia? Hi, Senator Katie Britt. Thank you, Katie.
CNN News tomorrow. Trump will stitch penises back on trans women. Okay, I don't know. That one seems a little twisted.
Mike Lee, where's Mike? Mike, I love his new haircut. I love that haircut, Mike.
All right.
He just said the hell with it, right? I think you look great. Senator Cynthia Loomis. Cynthia, where are you? Cynthia, hi, Cynthia. Doing a good job.
Look at him reading all those names. Biden could never.
And Roger Marshall. Thank you, Roger. Great. Mark Wayne Mullen, Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma. I don't know what it is, Oklahoma. I won 77 out of 77 counties. It's never been.
It's just a random flex. It's crazy.
Done. Second was Ronald Reagan. 56, right?
Dude, that's wild. This is insane. By the way, big flex. I won big. It was crazy. I'll win bigger the third term, but we'll have to institute the cryogenic Trump strategy for that one. Bro, just cooking.
A great friend of mine, and he's really helped us at the border, done a great job. Of Texas, Greg Abbott. Thank you, Greg. Jim, where are you? Jim, very good. Are you feeling good? He had a bad fall. You doing all right?
Yeah,
huh?
it's wild. It's so cool the way he like gives his speeches. Like, he's so comfortable with the crowd. The crowd so obviously loves him. Like, I know that there you are on Twitter, everyone's like having absolute meltdowns about Trump destroying the world and shit. But like, in reality, people love this guy.
Education world, we're ranked very, very poorly. We're 38, 39, and 40 out of 40 countries. We're at the bottom of the pack almost always, or very close to it. That just came out. We're 40 out of 40. And if we move it back to the states, I will guarantee you that if you take Idaho, you take Iowa, you take almost any of the states that I'm looking at right now, they'll be as good as Norway. You have Sweden, you have Denmark.
Yeah, well,
I must say.
And the funny thing is, like, whenever he talks about, changing up education and wiping out the Federal Education Bureau and shit like that, the meltdowns are crazy. The meltdowns are absolutely insane. Like, mind-boggling meltdowns. He wants to end education. He's trying to make people uneducated so that they could be stupid, and then only dumb people vote for Trump. I don't know if you've seen these, like, massive pushes that it looks like there's this whole strategy behind why he's closing down education. Like, you don't understand the level of insanity and hoops that they're jumping through. Hoops that they're jumping through. And here, look at this shit.
Depending on us to win all the things. NEA, we have to win.
Yeah, this by the way, this was just posted. This is to defend the Department of Education, all right?
All the things. Our colleagues are depending on us to win all the things. Keep going, NEA, to preserve our democracy. We must win all the things. Delegates, we won't go back. We will keep going forward because we are the NEA. We are the NEA. We are the NEA.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a meltdown, okay? Like, listen, you want to say whatever you want to say. This is a meltdown that we are watching, all right? This is cultist priests, Laneshi cultists out here. And you wonder why Trump says he wants to, wipe out the Department of Education because obviously it's fucking insane. But if you look at the graphs, nope, that was the wrong one. If you look at the graphs, dude, as you can see, math and reading are going down, spending and inflation are going up. Like, dude, you could see the whole strategy that, oh yes, I am Trump. My entire plan is in order to shut down the Department of Education to make people stupid so that they think I'm cool and they vote for me. Obviously, that's not what's going on. Obviously, the reason why it's closing the Department of Education is because it's a complete and utter epic fucking failure. Like an epic failure. Dude, look at this shit.
I'm 27 years old in a corporate job, and I do not know how to spell, okay? Because I'm from the generation where I'm in 5th grade, and I had a laptop with spell check on it. That's ridiculous. So now I'm here listening to podcasts on how to sound out words and how to spell, because I don't know how.
That's fucking crazy.
I have a bachelor's, and I cannot.
Okay, we can recognize the retardation in the country, right? So when people say that he's trying to make children stupid to force them to vote for Trump because they'll be idiots, that is probably like the most obviously dumbass plan of all time. America education is cooked, brother, is cooked. Like, actually cooked. They will literally probably be smarter by shutting down the Department of Education. Yes, because it's very important for kindergartners to learn all about sexual preferences and, non-binary pronouns and shit.
You have China that's very high in the pack.
China!
Which is no longer, we can say it has to be a small area. China is very big, but they do a very good job. But we'll have at least 35 of our states that will be as good or better than any of those countries, and we have to get it done.
I mean, he's right.
Brenna Bird, where are you? Brenna Bird.
See, Trump loves women. He only hates Rosie O'Donnell, okay?
Thank you. She supported me before people wanted to support me, right, Brenna? Wow. Thank you very much. I appreciated it. Steve Scalise is right in front here. What a brave guy Steve is.
So it is definitely wild.
Steve went through a lot, and he proved one thing to me, only one thing, that his wife loved him. His wife loves him.
What does that mean? I tried to sleep with her. She said no, she actually loved him. It was crazy. No one says no to the Don.
Because I went to the hospital that night, and he was not given even a shot, right, Mike? And I was with him, and I was with his wife, and she was devastated. She was really devastated.
Bro.
And I've been to, similar situations, not quite as bad, but the wives were not so devastated. And
Oh, my God! This man, he's a comedian! What is going on? Holy crap! He was dying, his wife was devastated, I saw other people dying, their wives were happy. It was unbelievable.
I can tell you that great wife of yours loves you. So anyway,
That's
and what
wild.
you've done is incredible.
Holy shit. I can't believe you just said that, bro.
Mike, and I was with him and I was with his wife, and she was devastated. She was really devastated. And I've been to, similar situations, not quite as bad, but the wives were not so devastated. And I can tell you.
Oh my God.
I can tell you that great wife of yours loves you.
That's crazy.
So anyway, and what
This is the president of the United States of America, okay? Donald motherfucking Trump.
you've done is incredible. The way you've come back, it's you look better now than you did before it happened. But nobody wants to go through that. Yeah, it's amazing. Tom Emmer doing a fantastic job. Thank you, Tom.
Bro, he doubled down on that. That was crazy.
Jason Smith, great man on taxes. Great man on how are the taxes doing? Okay, we're gonna get good things passed. I hope, right?
I hope so too. I hate taxes. Fuck taxes, honestly. Oh my God, I can't believe Elon Musk is an unelected official. Yeah, tell that to the 87,000 unelected officials working at the IRS looking at my tax shit. All right, you go suck your own knob, sir. All right.
Lauren Boebert.
He is having such a good time. It's crazy. Like, it's so funny. I feel like the Democrats have done such a good job at trying to make believe, try to look like they're fighting for the American people. Whereas it really comes across that Trump kind of is fighting for the American people.
Very much a leader in this. Thank you, Lauren. Kat Kamek, Florida. Thank you, Kat. Tim Burchett. Tim, I watched you on television the other day. You were unbelievable. You ripped that guy apart. Man, that poor guy.
Oh
He
my
started
God.
getting a little fresh with Tim, and Tim just apart. That was beautiful. I actually left.
He's actually a living, breathing person. Dude, I know that this shouldn't be, like, impressive, okay? Like, this is, like, it should be the least impressive thing at all time that the president feels like a living human. But, like, I can't stop. Oh.
Right next to me. There you go. And then we're going to have...
There you go.
Got it? Okay.
And if you go in the back, you can spread out
Oh, this is so, like, it's so hard to watch. Oh.
a little bit.
Joe! No, Joe! No, Joe, stop! Oh, God.
Go from the front row. Do you remember what I told you? No, not smile. No.
No, Joe!
Hey, Angel, how old are you? You're 12. What's your name? The problem is,
Why is he petting them?
All right, sister. I like kids better.
Ah!
Yeah.
I'm dying. Bro, it's killing me.
Do you know what my dad used to say?
What is he doing? Bro, stop. Oh, listen, and oh God, I can't, bro.
The message. That's good. Great job, Tim. Dr. Ronnie. He's a doctor, a great admiral, and a great congressman, right?
A
Pretty
great
good.
doctor.
He has his choice. What do you like doing best, Ronnie? Who is the healthiest patient you ever had?
What the fuck question is that? Oh my God.
You know why I liked him? The fake news asked, so doctor, he had Obama, Bush, and Trump in the White House. He was the White House doctor. And they asked him, who's the healthiest of the three? He said, it's not close. It's Donald Trump. And from that moment, I love this guy.
All he needed to do was glaze me, and I appreciate the bullshit fake news. They asked him. He told them Donald Trump. And I mean, it's over. Oh, God.
Right? Thank you, Ronnie. Wesley Hunt
Love at first compliment. For real, for real.
from Texas. Highway.
And I will love you if you just simply subscribe to the channel for more chaos. We're here watching the Orange Man whenever something crazy happens. Meltdowns going on.
Wesley. Beth Van Dyne. Beth from Texas. Thanks, Beth. Tiffany Justice. Tina Deskovich, founders of Moms for Liberty, and they honored me, and it was a great honor. And thank you very much,
Bro.
both of you. Thank you.
Dude, he remembers every compliment he's ever gotten. Every single compliment. Dude, holy shit.
Heather Higgins.
You know Joe Rogan's overjoyed here? Of course, every normal person that's into sports is overjoyed about this.
Andy Botner, Victoria Coley from Independent Women's Forum. It's a fantastic group of people that fought very hard on this issue. I think everybody in this room really fought very hard on this issue.
I think basically everyone rational fought on this issue. It's crazy. It's absolutely mind-boggling that this was even an issue. And it's because of shit like this that is so divorced from reality that no one wanted to fucking vote for the Democrats. The Democrats were cooked. But they're sitting on, oh, you're being ableist, you're being racist, you're being transphobic, Stop! This isn't transphobia. This is, we don't want women getting beaten up by people that have biological advantages over them. Like, hello?
Kim
We are removing the meat from women's matches.
Fletcher, we know Kim. Debbie, I think Debbie's here. Crew Lidis, from also Moms of America. And Penny Lance, of course, CEO of the Concerned Women for America. That is a lot of people. Thank you very much, Penny. Good job you do. That's a lot of people. Can I give you what do you hold that with?
A lot of people.
So just to finish up, I'm directing the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who's, by the way, is doing a fantastic job.
He's been cooking. He's actually been going crazy.
In fact, he just left Panama. We're trying to take back the Panama Canal.
Every time he says it, it's crazy. It's like the most insane bargaining move ever. You just threaten them with literal hell, and then it's like, all right, we'll compromise. I'll get everything I want.
Things like that.
Yeah, little things like that.
It'll all happen.
Whoa! Oh, he hasn't lied yet.
But Marco is going to make clear to the International Olympic Committees there, and he's going to make it as clear as anybody can make it, that America categorically rejects transgender lunacy. We want them to change everything having to do with the Olympics and having to do with this absolutely ridiculous subject that we even have to talk about this subject. If you went back 10 years or 15 years and you would move forward and listen to this, you'd say, what the hell are they talking about? This is impossible. But you have people out there, Democrats, that are still totally in favor. They can't win the argument. They can't win a debate. They look like fools, and they continue to go on.
Holy shit. He is going crazy. He's going wild, bro. I mean, the thing is, I think most people are just like, all right, so do what you want, don't hurt anybody. I think that's a pretty general perspective that a lot of people have. All right, if you're doing something that's not hurting anybody, I don't give a shit. I think that's basically what a lot of people say. But it's infectious. It's not just, you know, letting people live lives the way they want to live lives, whatever. It's everywhere. It's invasive. It hurts women. Like, that's the crazy wild part. Holy shit.
And it's okay because as long...
In the video where Nux reacted to the president rap battles, Nux said, after the election, the world will be on fire. And now after the election, California is in fact on fire. I call pre-watch. Listen, Trumpanor spits again every time.
As long as they do this and...
I also, by the way, said in that video that Trump was going to win the election by a landslide, and I was correct. So, I mean, say what you want. I'm always right.
Open borders and all of the other things they talk about, transgender, everything. All they want to do is transgender and men playing in women's sports and all of these crazy things. And if they continue, I think we're going to end up ultimately, it's not going to matter because we're never going to go along with them and we're just going to keep winning elections, right, Mike?
Oh, God. Every 4 years, baby! Cry out Trump every 4 years. It's gonna be crazy. Every 4 years we freeze him, we pull him out, he wins again. He wins every time. Cry out Trump.
So when the Olympics comes to Los Angeles, I was responsible for getting the Olympics, and I said, oh boy, this is terrible because I got the Olympics and I won't be president. And then what happened is that in election, strange things happened. And
oh, he's still going with the election stolen shit. Oh, God.
That election. So I missed 4 years, and now I have the Olympics. It was sort of circuitous. It was a circuitous situation.
Oh my God, bro. That's crazy.
And we also have the...
It's circuitous. God works in mysterious ways. God wanted me here right now. Right now. Because God wanted me to fight ideology at the Olympics. Holy shit.
The World Cup coming, which is going to be fantastic. And we have, as you know, very importantly, 250 years coming. That's a big one next year, so that's a very big one. But in Los Angeles in 2028, my administration will not stand by and watch men beat and batter female athletes, and we're just not going to let it happen, and it's going to end, and it's ending right now, and nobody's going to be able to do a damn thing about it because when I speak, we speak with authority.
Yeah, wow, damn. The president speaks with authority? Damn, this is like a pretty novel concept. I mean, but also, it's crazy. It's like, he won a democratic election, okay? He has the right to make these laws. Like, I understand anyone that doesn't like the things that he says, but the things that he says are things. They're real.
And for the same reason, just to make sure, I'm also directing our Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, who's also she's out there with you, Greg, a fantastic job. She's unbelievable. I was watching her riding yesterday on a horse. She was as good as anybody. She's
Why would you say this?
very good.
I even saw her on a horse. She rides like men.
To deny visa applications made by men attempting to fraudulently enter the United States while identifying themselves as women athletes.
Oh, Oh, I mean, listen, if that's the fucking law in the United States, no men and no transgender people in women's sports. If that's the law, then why should they get a visa? The purpose of them coming is competing in sports that are illegal based on the United States executive order. That's crazy. Holy schmiblets.
Try and get into the games maybe where they are unable to get into the games.
Oh
We're
my
honored to be
God.
joined today by many incredible advocates for women's sports, including the brave swimmer at the forefront of this battle. And Riley Gaines is a person that I've been watching.
Damn.
She fought hard. Riley was a 12-time All-American. Well, that's pretty good. 12-time All-American who sacrificed countless hours in the pool just for a chance at the title. It's so important to her. She gave up everything and just gave everything she had. But then the league forced her to share a spot on the podium with a male swimmer who took her trophy while the media celebrated this stolen glory. And
holy shit, bro. She is getting her just desserts big time. Holy shit.
Riley is just a tremendous athlete, and it was a very unfair situation. I watched it. A lot of people watched it. It was ridiculous, frankly. But I want to thank Riley. She really has been in the forefront. People that aren't that well-versed in this would say that she was the leader.
Damn.
And
by the way, breaking news from just now. Breaking news, guys. Google is shutting down their DEI shit. Wow, it's almost like it was a grift all along.
Great job, Riley. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And also with us is another great champion for women, Peyton McNabb. In high school, Peyton was a rock star athlete. Where is Peyton?
What was
Peyton?
that? He has a hand motion. He's force twisting himself.
Where is Peyton? I like Peyton. Nice to see you. Good job. Good job. Looks like a good athlete to me.
What does that mean, bro? Wait, no.
In high school, Peyton was a rock star athlete preparing for a future in college sports. But in one volleyball match, a much taller and stronger male spiked the ball right in her face, knocking her unconscious, partially paralyzing her right side.
Holy shit.
Leaving her with a traumatic brain injury.
That's awful. Holy shit. Oh my God. That's so sad. I've seen that spike. Fuck, dude. Like, it's crazy that she was ever in that position.
And Peyton said it was 100% avoidable if only my rights as a female athlete had been more important than a man's feelings. And we can't let it happen.
Shit.
It's not going to happen. Not going to happen anymore, Peyton. It's not going to happen. Are you okay? Are you good? Good. That's good. Thank you. We're also
That's wild. God damn.
so pleased to be joined by many incredible
All right, so listen. Now I know why he complimented her saying that she looks like an athlete. She took an injury, like a crazy injury.
leaders on this issue. And as I mentioned before, Speaker Mike Johnson, and he has been so strong on this issue because he's a man of common sense. I mean, it really is. It's common sense more than anything else. So, Mike, thank you. Great job. Great job in everything. He's got the easiest job of any politician in history. He's got the nicest, like 200 and almost 20. It sort of varies depends on how many people I take from my administration. It goes up and down a bit. But I promised I won't take any more. I just wanted to see how good he was. I was testing you. And we have some great people, but he's filling them up rapidly. He had some big wins the other day, very big wins the other day. But you've done a fantastic job. Thank you very much, Mike. We appreciate it. We all appreciate it. And also the dozens of members of the House and Senate and governors that attorney generals, so many people, and the people outside that can't even get in. This room is packed. And, I offered to build a ballroom. I'm very good at building ballrooms. I build beautiful ballrooms.
Why is that like another thing that Trump is very good at?
I offered to build a ballroom for the White House. I was going to build
we're going to build the White House ballroom in Gaza. Everyone will love it.
Right there, this was going to be the reception room. And then I was going to build a beautiful, beautiful ballroom like I have at Mar-a-Lago, as beautiful as it can be. It was going to cost about $100 million. I offered to do it, and I never heard back. I offered to do it to the Biden administration, very active administration. They didn't hear back. And I said again and again, 3-4 times, I said to top people, and they just didn't know what to do. They sort of said, this is good, but they had no idea. So I'm going to try and make the offer to myself, because we could use a bigger room. Right, Marshall? We could use a bigger room.
God damn.
President, would you like to build? Yeah, I would. We could use at the White House. It would actually be a beautiful addition. It's going to cost nothing. I'll spend the whole thing myself. We'll do a big beautiful room, but we could
Dude just going, he's just riffing, bro.
use it at the White House. You know what they do when they have...
We're gonna take the White House, we're gonna pick it up, we're gonna put an entire tower beneath it, it'll be the penthouse. The White House will become the penthouse, and we will call the rest of it the White Tower. It'll be a sign for whiteness everywhere. Oh, fuck.
have a big ceremony to put up a tent. And somehow I think we've outgrown the tent stuff, right? Don't you think? So we'll see if they can, we'll see if Trump will approve it.
Oh, dude. We'll see if Trump will approve it. This is insane. He's been going around wrecking shit, going fucking crazy. We'll see if Trump will approve it. I don't know about that guy.
But the actions we're taking today are the latest in a sweeping effort to reclaim our culture and our laws from the radical left crusade against biological reality. On day one, I made it official, and I'm making it official policy of the United States government that there is, two genders. We have two genders. What might they be? Man and woman, right? Male.
Gentlemen and female gentlemen.
And female. Male and female.
By the way, did you see Pierre Poilievre? By the way, Pierre Poilievre is going to be the next prime minister in Canada. So you might as well pay attention to him now. I'm predicting it, and as you know, I always pre-watch. They asked him how many genders there are, and he gave one of the responses of all time. Find it? Yeah. All right. So this is his response.
On the job, President Trump signed an executive order, the U.S. government only recognizing two genders, male, female. They're unchangeable. If elected as prime minister, is that something that you're going to kind of walk in line with, or what are your feelings on that executive order?
Well, I don't know. Do you have any other genders that you'd like to name?
Oh, shit.
Me personally?
Yes.
I'm just asking more so if you're in line with what he is saying. Do you agree with what he's saying? Is that something that you would be lockstep with if elected as prime minister?
Well, I'm not aware of any other genders than men and women. I mean, if you have any other that you want me to consider, you're welcome to tell me right now.
Well, there's personally, I am a man. I am a
Okay.
Oh God, dude, he's shaking. He's shaking, bro.
There are people there who they say they're neutral.
Well,
you are a man. Yes, there are people there who say they're gender neutral. Yeah, they say they're gender neutral. They're a trans person. Is that something that you would recognize here, whereas in the States, at least with their U.S. government, the way they're seeing it, there's only two?
I'm only aware of two, but. I mean, if you come up with another list, then you're welcome to do that. But I'm aware of two, and as far as I'm concerned, we should have a government that just minds its own damn business and leaves people alone.
Oh God, fuck this guy! You can see sweat washing out of his pores. Like, bro, I respect the playing dumb strategy at some point. Like, I really do. I really respect the playing dumb strategy so much.
Can't think of too many others. But it's pretty amazing. I rescinded federal funds to, and this is so important, to any program that promotes transgender ideology using taxpayer dollars. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. And last week...
I mean, you see what it was, it found out that USAID ended up funding like millions of dollars of like random ideology, transgender, LGBT activism in like Uganda and Afghanistan. Like, you saw how much tax money went to that shit.
I effectively banned the chemical castration and surgical mutilation of minor children.
Holy shit. Dude, they're children. They're kids. They can't consent. They cannot consent. They're children, but they could consent to castrating themselves?
Can you believe I even have to say that?
Honestly, no. It's shocking that it was ever allowed. It's honestly shocking. There are a few things that I feel like are just shocking. Chemical castration on children? Like, bro, they're a kid. They're fucking idiots. We don't trust them to drink or drive or vote. Bro.
I banned governor. That's just like, who would ever think we have to even say that? Last week I banned. Every day we're ending the extremism of the last 4 years. We have other things that are just as ridiculous, not having to do with the subject, but just as ridiculous. Open borders where people are allowed to pour in from all over the world, from jails and prisons and mental institutions and insane asylums, people that are very sick, people that are very evil, killers, murderers. Many of them murdered more than one person. And we have to justify the fact that we are moving them out in tremendous numbers. Tom Homan and Christie are doing a fantastic job, and the governor and other governors too. But that we have to even fight for this stuff is just incredible. And
it really is. It goes to show like the level of honestly, insanity and virtue signaling that was around. Because of absolute pussies doing nothing but virtue signal and support because they didn't want to be called an ist or a phobe or a something that has some sort of suffix that connotes that they're bad people, they will literally close down boundaries. It's like, oh, I'm not racist. That's why I'm letting illegal immigrants that are rapists run around in the country for free. Oh, I'm not transphobic. That's why I'm letting children permanently mutilate themselves, even though they're children. Because, oh, I don't want to be called transphobic. Like, you gotta realize, it's like virtue signaling and pandering brought to such an insane degree. Holy shit. Oh, we don't want to insult women, so that's why we have unqualified female firefighters instead of men that are qualified. Or that's why we have underqualified air traffic controllers. Did you know that in the official FAA regulations, they had DEI blind air traffic controllers? Blind air traffic controllers. Hello?
The media doesn't want to talk about it because it's nothing they can talk about. It's just, they just don't want
to. They're scared. They're scared. They're terrified. You have these children that can't vote, can't drink, can't drive. They can't be left alone legally, okay? They're not allowed to get tattoos. It is illegal for them to get tattoos, but they can cut their cock off. Hello?
I don't want to really talk very much about it. Serious problem, but we're doing a great job, and the people understand, and that's why we won in a landslide. You know, it is. They made it easy.
They did. They handed him this win. They handed him this win on a silver platter.
And at some point, you know, we have to hope they do come around because we can never let this happen again. What's happened to our country, we can never let this happen again.
And the crazy thing is, they're so blind. Everyone is so in their own echo chamber that, like, you'll have people constantly saying the reason why the Democrats lost, too many racists in the country. Hello?
So we are restoring sanity and common sense very simply to our government. We're defending the rights and safety and pride of the American people, including our great, great, great female athletes. What athletes you are, too.
Bro, it's crazy.
And, you know, I'm not allowed to say this politically. It could end my career. They're really beautiful people. These are beautiful people. But you know, like everything else, it's a little bit different today. You're not allowed to say that because if you call a woman or a girl beautiful, that's the end of your career. But let's take a chance on it, Mike. Let's take a chance. So I want to thank everybody for being here. It's fantastic.
Bro!
And this is sort of a...
Like, the craziest thing is, like, dude, it's crazy. The mind-fucking brainworms that these people have gone through to label this guy Hitler. Oh my God, what a shit poster.
Big, big day. It shouldn't have even been necessary to take place. This started a long time ago, and we ended it today. And I'm going to sign the executive order right now, and everything I said will go into effect immediately, okay? Thank you.
All these women, so beautiful except for her, but that's okay. I'm sure she's beautiful on the inside. Trump uses the Nux strategy of saying things on purpose to piss off Twitter. Guys, I don't mean to say this, but it seems like Nux has been using the Trump strategy all along. This is insane, bro. Insane.
Sit down, please. Down in front. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody, you know, if you'd like to gather around me, I think I'm going to be okay. Come.
Bro, dude, he's like a grandpa. This is so cute. What the fuck?
Secret Service is worried about them. If we have to worry about them, we have big problems.
Oh, man, dude, that's crazy. That's kind of wholesome.
Okay, do you want to do it? Watch what I do, and then I'm going to give you some pens.
Well, I'm going to take out my Sharpie. It's going to be black.
You ready?
And they say I hate black things.
What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that. I want to make this a really good signature. Because this is, you know, this is a big one, right?
Dude!
Oh, I think we have a 10. We have a 10.
God bless you, Mr. President.
Dude, that's pretty wholesome.
Pretty good, huh? Okay? Good. Now you're going to go out and win those events, right? Nice to see you all.
And now line up. I have to sniff all your heads, just like Joe. He taught me that's what you gotta do to be loved by the media. They say the reason the media love Joe is because he sniffs the youth out of all sorts of children.
Great going, everybody.
Line up. Bring me your heads.
Thank you, kids. Here, take a pen. I'll give some of these out, okay? Take the pen. Take the pen.
Bruh.
Thank you.
Where's Riley?
Anyway, that's wild. Yeah, dude, he really turns these into events. Holy shit. Yeah, anyway, that's crazy. Bro is not scared of shit. Like, what? There's nothing that anyone could do to this man. Like, they have immortalized him. He's literally Hitler? Yeah, literally Hitler. Likes Jews. Literally Hitler. Do you recognize something crazy? This is wild, bro. Literally Hitler, except for the Jew thing. The Jews are kind of cool. Yeah, sure. All right, pens for everybody. I love it. It's great. Yeah, no. Anyway, it's pretty crazy to see a president that's not deathly afraid of the media. And actually doing, you know, for better or for worse, what he thinks is the right thing. Anyway, these pens represent the lack of penises that'll be in female competitions. Well, anyway, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you guys. Make penises again is basically the new Trump motto. Crazy. Make penises again. Penises are gonna be huge. They're gonna be anyway. Definitely stay weird, fam. Tune in for more chaos. We saw some meltdowns. We saw some chaos. We love chaos here. Subscribe for chaos. That's what I'm here for. I'm not a news channel. I'm a chaos channel. If the news is boring, I'll cover something else. All right. As long as it's chaos. That's why I'm here. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.